How you guys doing out there on Facebook? Appreciate you guys showing up once again for another episode of Let's Talk Real Estate. Um, here on YouTube, Facebook Live. Today we're gonna have a very, very special group of people here. Um, they're new agents in the business. I'm going to go one on one with them. The expectations, the troubles, the struggles, what they wanted to do, what their goals are. Again, appreciate you guys for showing up. Share this page, like me on Facebook, share on YouTube, like it, subscribe, whatever they say online. Without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce you. I'm actually one of our agents are showing up late. So again, this is raw. So you can see them come in late. And that's some bad timing there. So let me just let them know, okay? Again, guys, here you go. These is introduce yourselves.
Well, my name is Ismail with Realty One.
Yeah, Angel Garcia, Realty One, agent for 2.5, something like that.
1 year, so
So
new.
you knew. So tell them, you're here for how long?
1 year, but a little bit over a year.
A little bit over a year. How long you been in the big game?
Like 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, 2020, 2021.
So you're a COVID agent.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, god damn. That was a fun time for you, right?
You're allowed to say the C word?
Oh, about to get canceled.
About to get canceled. Look at that. So Angel, you were strictly COVID.
Yeah.
What brought you crazy enough to get your damn license and during COVID?
I lost my sales job. I was doing actually very good. But that's not how you lose your sales job, right? By doing good. So things started going downhill. But you know what? I learned a lot from being in sales. I definitely thought that was gonna help me in real estate. Different type of sales. You know, you're not selling a product, you're selling yourself. And but coming into real estate during COVID, I'm very kinetic. I like to learn with my hands and, hands on, one-on-one, like this, with the people. Man, that took a switch quick. Everything online modules, online trainings, and quickly had to adapt to that. And unfortunately, it didn't pan out the way I expected it to. Finding a brokers that was gonna help me with the mentorship, with the hands-on, that was key. But here I am now, and things are turning for the better.
Now, Ishmael, you say this is your first year?
Yep.
How is it?
It's good, man. It's going good. It's challenging, I guess. But, we're keep moving forward. I was supposed to be a COVID agent too, and life threw a wrench in my plans. I actually started taking the class August 2020, but that later on that year, it was all online. Later on that year, we got the news we were having a baby, so things got a little hectic there. You know what I mean? And I had to find more, room for the baby in the nursery. At the time I'm working, so it's like, the classes kind of took a back seat. And I was still studying, but not that serious about it.
Yeah.
Until, I want to say maybe later on maybe in 2021, they sent me an email saying that I didn't take the test. I was going to have to start all over. So I'm like, so my wife don't bother me, don't let the kids bother me, let me grind, And for 3 weeks, I just put my heart and soul into it, and I passed it first time.
Yeah.
All right, so for 3 weeks, I remember the time when I got my license. I did 2 days a week, both day and night for 2 weeks.
Yep.
So you actually went somewhere.
Yeah, I went to there was an office somewhere in Wyomissing, somewhere here. No, actually, I lied.
You can say
I'm lying.
names.
Yeah, we're good.
Holly Associates.
Yeah, right there, but
Yeah.
it was not there. I lied. So let me correct myself. It was over by you're going up to Ashley's Furniture. It's like a small little shop on the right hand side. It used to be Enterprise, a little further up. So it's like a little small, right off the highway right there. You used to be sitting there in a classroom environment. Boring as hell, but I sat there for morning, leave home, come back, do it again for another 3 hours, and boring as hell. But hey, I'm here now 13 years later, still here. So yeah, I remember that, man. That's a different how you guys handle it right now.
My classes were online, so I did it online. I didn't go anywhere, and you kind of get relaxed. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll do it, whatever. And then, like, when the baby was coming, it was like, whatever, I got it. I can do whatever I want. Don't recommend it. I'm trying to, cram all that information in like 3 weeks, because I forgot a lot of it. You know what I mean? And trying to memorize terms, and all that stuff. It's just like,
Yeah. For me, it was I had the choice. Choose online. That's really haven't had hit. So I did do an in-person class. Similar to you, Alvin. Like I was doing in the morning, come back later in the afternoon. Because I lost my sales job, I had a lot of time on my hands. I could do that.
That'll help.
Yeah. But you know what? That lit a fire under me. Like I gotta do something.
yeah.
Nothing out of mind. I had to get it done.
Yeah.
I had no other choice, and in doing that, boom, finished it, and I got scared. Finished the classes, passed the class tests, but then you gotta sit for when you got a schedule, when you gotta pay for it. And I just kept putting it off. And my niece, who's also a real estate agent, she's the one who actually encouraged me to do real estate. She's like, "You'll do great, great."
Welcome, Kevin. Welcome, Nelson. Thank you for showing.
Getting scared. I was like, so I just kept studying. I studied all the way up until I think for like 4 months. I finished it in November.
Man.
I think it was class. December, January. Didn't take my test till like February. And I passed it on the first try.
Oh,
Bad or my niece, she's like,
not me.
go take it. Just go take it, because then at least you'll know what to expect.
Yeah.
Even if you got to take it again. I really do feel that if I'd have took it sooner, I'd have been a couple months ahead of the game or whatever. But yeah, that was my experience with the classes.
Man, not me. I didn't pass on the first time. Congratulations. Now, I can say that I failed by 1 point because I have a tendency of always switching my answers. Hated it. So remember seeing the boom, failed by 1 point. I'm like, that's some bullshit. So come on, you guys can like fix that for me. But no, so I had to go back again, pay for it again. Now, my Florida license. So I guess I'm a new agent. I'm a new agent for Florida for a couple years now, but that one was all online based, and I had to go to Allentown to go take the test. That one I passed my first try. A lot easier than freaking PAs, but it's all right. It's all right. So now you guys got in the business. What do you expect? What was your expectations in getting into this real estate world? Was it like, all right, man, now I'm gonna make tons of money, kill it? I know people like me. I'm gonna go ahead and make millions of dollars. But what was your expectations?
Well, for me, I thought I was gonna get clientele right away. I almost thought about it like a job. You get your license, you work at a brokerage, and you automatically gonna get fed leads. I don't like that at all. Like, it is running your own business, and that's definitely one of my misconceptions I had coming into it. I thought I was just gonna get fed leads right away, and knowing how to run a business was like something new to me. You don't get that taught in the class.
Time management.
Yeah, 100%.
But you, what was your expectations?
I mean, obviously the money is, you know, the objective, right? So it's like, get in here and you're like, get it in, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like you know, like, you gotta brand yourself. You know, there was a lot of that you have to do.
Still doing it.
Same place. It was like, think they're gonna come, but like as I got into it, is you realize how many, you know, like I know a lot of agents even before I became an agent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, gotta kind of.
Now, you still do agent now, so it's like you're still building that up, that reputation, that sphere. I want to throw this out there because I'm Hispanic. You guys are Hispanic, or at least I hope. At least I think you guys are, because I don't know about it more. No,
PG, so
it's just really PG. I think I already cursed like twice. So, when I got in the business, I said, "Hey, man, I got this. I know people. My family's gonna help me. I know my sphere of influence is here." But then I realized that my family had bad credit. We're Hispanic. We pay everything on credit. I never pay for it. So and then I had people who would get my information or get information I would give them, take and run with it and go somewhere else. Another agent. So
That's
it's
back before the internet, right?
we're back before the internet. Yes, back before the internet. Taking shots already. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, he's about 15 years old. But now he's probably low 20s or 30s. He's getting up there in age as well. Alrighty, we have one question. Kevin, appreciate you guys. What is the biggest challenge as a new agent to come in the most competitive market of Pennsylvania? All you guys, your struggles.
I think definitely for me is definitely like the lead side of it. And like to expand on that, it's like the ones I feel like I have in my CRM is they're not really motivated. You know what I mean? I've got a couple in
Window
there.
shopping almost.
Yeah, I've got a couple in there that, you know, I hit up almost every week. And they say they're interested. They're not really in. As far as like emails, and I send them emails. I reach out to them.
Nice. Welcome, Scott. Appreciate you showing up, man.
Wow, that's more than I did in the beginning, honestly. I'll be honest. I honestly thought I could sit back, and I just thought things were just gonna come my way, and definitely not like that. So I one of my biggest challenges was like disciplining myself to take action and do those little things that are it's the background stuff, it's the boring stuff, right? Everybody sees everything you post on Instagram. Hey, just closed, you know, just listed. Everybody sees that, but nobody sees cold calling in the back, working on leads, sending out emails that they're actually going to open. You know what I mean? Having a subject line saying, hey, you know, I didn't know what to put. You know, like that, the discipline and getting those and executing what I already knew. I think that was my biggest challenge. Yeah.
Well, in Bright, click on a bunch of properties and you send them out.
Right, yeah, you put them on the
nice about that.
Hey, let me get your email.
They let you know if they open it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, the people that say they are motivated, you don't really want to move.
Well, I could tell you off experience. I always tell the story to certain people when I speak to new agents. I had a buyer. He was kicking tires all day, man, for about a year and a half. Year and a half. Follow up, constantly following up with the guy. Then a year later, he decides to go, yeah, I'm ready to buy. He buys like a close to $300,000 property a year later. It's all about the follow up. You know who are the tire kickers, but just following up with everybody, let them know that you're still in here, still in the game. That will get you a long way. If you get a new agent, a new lead, that you know, that they just don't feel it's a waste of time. You just put them on your CRM, reach out to them once or twice a year, let them know you're still there, and then that will eventually come back to you until they tell you to go fuck yourself. Then that's when you're like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. So you let them go. Oh,
You know what? To expand on that, about the letting people know your sphere, letting them know that you still do real estate. One of the listings I had just a few months ago, Instagram DM, hey, you still do real estate? Question mark. Don't get me wrong, I was happy to get the message, but the fact that they had to ask told me like, all right, I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
me
was
at
that
least.
family? Or
It was
friend?
an old coworker.
Okay.
Old coworker of mine. Hey, you still do real estate? And I'm like, 100%. Of course I do real estate. Let's talk. Let's talk, and let me present to you my listing presentation. Talk about it. Let's work. But yeah, that basically that's to piggyback off of Kevin's question, is like the challenge is letting everyone know that real estate and treating it like a business. I feel like that was one of my biggest challenges. I didn't really treat it as a at first.
I didn't treat it as a bit. I guess everyone falls into that trap. You know what I mean? Just think about the money, but don't think about it in that way. I'm a very like I like to learn. I like books. You know what I mean? So I get caught in that trap, like the learning stage and different leads. And it's like you have social media, you have cold calling, which I never had a problem with. I had a dialer, and I was doing cold calling there, in the beginning. Now, first couple calls, I was rough and I was nervous, but I got around and I got some leads off of it, but they weren't, I got cursed out. One of them. But I've never been afraid to pick up the phone, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't mind that. I know we were using follow-up calls. Office. Again, I never had an issue picking up the phone and calling these people. You know what I mean?
That's definitely a good program.
there's a lot of different programs out there that can help you out with the lead generations. Now, back in my time, Angel, I used to drive around for leads, for sale by owners. Then it's hard to find their phone numbers. It's not like nowadays, Angel, skip tracing, and so all that stuff. So back then, it was definitely the phone. Not that far back. Damn, bro.
People search.
That is.
Oh,
There you go. I used to use a superpages.com.
Yeah.
That's a number. That's the one I used to use often. But yeah, I used to go ahead and get for sale by owners. Knock on them, call them up. I could say I was pretty good at getting them. And they're good. They're good at sort of good leads to get at that time. Nowadays you could put up a list and go from there. What else I did? My sphere influence wasn't that heavy like I thought it was. It was not. My peoples that I thought that could get me together was a lot of because I did mortgages prior to this. But once you're out, you're out. And they're like, okay, now you're real estate. So even the real estate, look who's showing up. We have somebody showing up. Okay. Hello, Shalini. Come on in. Have a seat.
You got room back there?
We have another guest, guys. Shalini, she showed up.
I did. Hello.
Shalini, I'm gonna have you. Here's the mic. You can speak into Deer. So, guys, let me go ahead and reintroduce another agent. She's newer here. Go ahead and introduce yourself and let them know how long you've been in the game.
Okay, well, my name is Shalini Cologne, and I actually started in November, so less than a year. been going on 8 months now.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, one of the first things I asked was, what was your expectations? You want to make money quickly, or you're like, hey, I'm coming in here and just kill it. I know people and just make tons of money.
Yeah, literally, that's exactly what I thought. I'm like, you know what? I know a lot of people. It's gonna be easy. I'm in a little bit of debt right now, so let me come fix this and do some real estate, sell some houses. So that was definitely one of my. And I just thought it was gonna be easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
And again, let me apologize. Mackie put you on the spot. We're just live on Facebook and YouTube right now. So, sorry, I'll instantly put you on the spot.
So this is the
Instant
first time I've
hot
ever
seat.
been, on a
this is
podcast. Got this microphone in my mouth. I don't know what I sound like. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm here. So
Don't worry, this is his first time too.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
He-
but you're the new one, so I'm a little older than you.
What's your? I don't even know your name.
Go ahead, introduce you guys. Come on.
Ishmael?
Real T1. So.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah.
Angel. I'm also a Real T1.
Okay.
So there you go.
Colin
So
Keller Williams.
Man.
She's like, yeah.
brush it off. Brush it off. Now, I know Shalani. We were doing a deal together. It went as expected. It went not as expected. Let me correct myself. So it is what it is, and we're here now. But one of the first things that somebody asks actually online right now. This is to anybody here. Now that you have experienced the real estate world from your own perspective, know the pros and cons when recommending it to someone else to see your success. They want to follow your footsteps. Will you tell them that it is easy money or hard money? Is it easy to make money or is it hard to make money?
I would say it depends on your consistency. If you got the dedication and you can be consistent, you can 100% do it. If you're not good at being your own boss, I'm not gonna say you can't do it, but it's gonna be hard. 100%.
No, that's great consistency. Yeah. And being disciplined, as I mentioned earlier. If you set up like a routine, get yourself in a routine, and make sure you're executing along the way. And small goals. Sure, any good have success. Right?
Yeah, I think it's what was that one saying? They say it's a simple business, but it's not easy. So it's like, you gotta do work like anything else. Don't think that it's just gonna come.
Not gonna come easy.
It's not.
What was your struggles in the beginning? You?
The struggle is learning. Honestly, I feel like go to school, take your test. Don't be discouraged if you fail the first time, because I did too. Yeah, you fail
You missed it.
You pass your test.
They over here all, tooting their horn, yeah, popping their collar. Yeah, I passed the first time. Yeah, don't
Well,
worry.
it does not stop there. It does not stop in the classroom or at the test. Like, you learn by doing. Like, you literally have to go out and you have to talk to people. You have to do your CEs, one for your continuing education, one for your license, but also to get better at what you do.
Right, your personal
Everything
development.
changes. Yeah, your personal development. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. So, yeah.
So you did it for 8 months. He did it for a year,
Like a little over a year.
and he's a COVID agent, so he did it during COVID.
Oh. I had a good time.
The good time where we all just locked down and we became teachers to our kids.
Right.
Wait, not you had a baby. Yeah, see that? Okay. So for everybody that's coming in, what were in your individual companies? Not naming no names. What was your expectations when you walked in there? Like, all right, I'm expecting this to learn or know this, or they to provide. This company's gonna provide me this. What was your very first expectations? Your very first, your current brokerage, first brokerage, or whoever brokerage.
Personally, I expected a lot more hand holding along the way. Like, because I went in a time where COVID was just happening. Everything was online. I'm more of a kinetic learner, and I feel like that was one of my expectations, to a lot more hand holding, like, okay, here, like, because in the class you learn everything on how not to get in trouble, right? But they don't
Right.
teach you how to run a business. They don't teach you the work ethic it's gonna take to be successful. And I feel like that's one of the things I expected, was like, okay, look, from like 8 to 10, boom, you're checking emails or you're sending out, mailers to people. From this time to this time, like, kind of like a structure where honestly, like, everyone's scheduled. That was my.
I couldn't kind of piggyback off of that too. I think you just kind of, you think you're just gonna have a blueprint and you don't. But everybody's different, sometimes, maybe the people you're trying to target work during the day, so you can't call during the day. Maybe you call during the afternoon, or maybe you call in the evening. I think it just depends on, again, that discipline and that work ethic, like how you set up your schedule, time blocking.
Yeah, I expected that from the broker. I expected, like, whatever brokerage I was gonna be at, I expected them to give me that blue. It wasn't the case.
You're independent contractors, so you do what you do. You gotta make, you gotta make it shake.
I didn't really have that expectation. Like, I had some, but it wasn't exactly all that. So like maybe like like or a little bit more guidance in that aspect. But as far as like lead generation or doing something, I knew I didn't belong to a team, and I know that a team brings you that. You know what I mean? So it's like, okay, so then I gotta go hunt.
Sorry, guys.
My
My bad.
So
Just kick the table.
and that's why I got a dollar, and I was making cold calls there. I did a little bit of farming, and then just getting out there and kind of passing the business card around. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I never had that fear as far as calling, like I said. So
Your sphere of influence, you guys had all good people that were sending you $100,000 deals, $200,000 deals, $1 million deals. You had good people that were sending you a whole bunch of good leads, like your mom, your dad, your cousin, your brothers, were sending you people you love and that have $1 million pockets. You ever had? Yeah, how was your sphere of circle? Because I know a lot of agencies that tell you work your sphere of influence. How was that?
I would say my sphere of influence, I thought it was better than it was. I'll say that.
Okay.
Like I said, I have a very strong network of people that I know. So again, I was just like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna get my license and I'm gonna come close a whole bunch of deals and I'm gonna cap my first year and I'm a this and I'm a that. That was not the case. As far as one of my expectations, I would have never expected that I be door knocking, and I did. My first second month, I was door knocking. So it was, December was warm, so it didn't matter then. We had a weird December. Temperature was okay. I was door knocking around the neighborhood. I was just kind of trying to figure out, okay, these are things I kind of pick up gems around my office when I hear people say things, because at first I was full-time in the office, and I am a dual career agent. I'm
Nice.
so
It's okay. There's a lot of them.
yeah, for now.
There you go.
For
Okay.
now. But so I would kind of just hear kind of gems from other agents in my office. Oh, if you see a house just went on sale, it's most likely that a neighbor is going to sell their house, or look at the turnover in the neighborhood. So I kind of learned these kind of things, and I went to the Ephrata area. I saw a house that sold, and I was like, I'm going to door knock around this neighborhood. I did. This was in November. Okay. It is July. One of the ladies that I just door knocked called me this month. I'm ready to sell my house.
Congratulations.
So it works.
It works. Look at that. See?
Follow up.
Yes, the follow-up. Yes. Well, actually, so if you do not follow up, because I haven't talked to her in a couple months. I did text her on Mother's Day. She didn't answer me. Okay, cool. But I called her last week. I was like, you know what? I haven't talked to her in a little while, because I'm not gonna lie, I do not use my CRM to its full potential. I know that I should, but she popped in my head. I called her. I said, "Hey, how's it going?" She's like, "Well, I'm not having any luck finding somebody to renovate my bathroom." And I said, oh, "Okay, well, I have some people." Through real estate, you start networking, getting to know people who fixed other people's places, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, "Well, I have someone." I connected her. He's gonna go renovate her bathroom next week, and we'll be listing next month.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
What a connection there.
Right. It's follow up. You know, your systems are important. Systems, but it's important.
I was telling them about the follow up, and I said every new agent that I work with or even mentor, just follow. I have my base, my CRM is huge. Now we already know who are the tire kickers, or who are not. But even with the tire kickers, I have one again real quick. A year and a half followed up with him. He eventually decided to buy a house, so $300,000 on a house. So it's always pushing, following up, and if it's just once or twice a year, just follow up with them. So it's always the good follow up. There is someone here, Nelson Gomez. Where do you see you guys yourself in 5 to 10 years from now? Ooh, he looks stumped. Look at that. Oh no.
I just don't want to be talking like y'all.
Go ahead.
I would set the expectation pretty high. I think within the next 5 years, I want to have my sphere so it's gonna be on just automatic, where I'm gonna just be chilling at church and I get a text, "Hey, somebody said they want to sell." Okay, bet. Send me their information, and I'll set the listen appointment, get the presentation. That's where I want to be, where it's like things are just coming in. Not that I'm paying for leads, not that I won't do any of those, but that's where I want to be. 5 years. Like my phone's just ringing, where I gotta be like, "Hey, Shalini, I'm too busy. Can you hook one of my sellers up for buyers?" That's kind of where I want to.
I think everybody wants to be at that point, you know what I mean? So it's just having a big enough pipeline where you don't have to worry about, you know what I mean, about where the leads are coming from. I don't know. I've never paid for Zillow or Realtor, so I don't know how those programs work. I mean, I've seen, I guess they take a cut or something like that. I can't talk about it, but I don't know too much about it. But it kind of leaves like a sour taste in your mouth, from what I heard. You know what I mean? Being that they were trying to get rid of agents, I heard, but then they're selling leads to agents. Not sure how that works out. But yeah, how is that Zillow, the Zillow Flex program or Premier Agents? How does all that stuff work?
How that works is basically you buying zip codes.
Okay.
And you're the top dog, you're the top agent on their page. So you'll get 60 or 70% of the leads that come in. Now, are the leads good or the leads bad? You don't know. You're just going to have to kind of work them and see what happens. You're the top person for that area. You're going to be paying the most. And they have you and 2 more of the agents below you.
Okay.
For with Zillow. Realtor.com, same. They just kind of like, they shoot it out to whoever responds first.
Okay, yeah. Like when you're on Zillow, you scroll down to like the bottom of it, like it'll show like 3 agents in a circle. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, probably.
That's what you pay for. They charge you based on the zip code. That's what they do. They charge you based on the zip code, and where back then, my time. Back then, it wasn't really too much expensive, about $50-$60 for a certain person renting. Now it's probably more. I don't pay for Zillow leads. Do they come into my CRM all the time? Yes. I don't pay for none of those leads. But I used to. I paid for Zillow. I paid for Realtor.com. I paid for OpCities, stuff like that. So, and then they have other minor sites that they can help you out with all that as well. So that's how they work. You just go a lot of them based on zip codes, and you get to pay them monthly. Now, some other ones you pay a certain percentage of your sale. You don't pay out of pocket, you pay at closing. So if it's like 25, 35% of the gross commission, then you get the rest, or whatever split you get with the brokerage. So I think Opcity is one of them. They do that, and there's a few other sites that they do it the same way. Pay per closing. You send leads to your preferred lender. Do you follow back with the clients?
Yes.
Not right away, I'll be honest. I kind of, in the beginning, and even now, right now, I'm doing that transition. But in the beginning, I would lean a lot towards the lender. Hey, what's up with it? Now I'm actually being a little bit more proactive. I'll put them in the group chat. I'll just message on the group chat, hey, everyone. I don't know if that's effective. Maybe we got a better method, or, but that's kind of what I'm doing right now.
That's actually, now I'm like, wow, why am I not doing a group chat?
Always, I work closely with him. So what I do with my clients, I put my client, if him and I will both work, we put it together in the group chat. Or if it's my client and the lender, put them in the group chat together. So us four, we put them all together until they get pre-approved, and just us two and her. So put them all kind of in a group chat.
Jackie even does the Google Docs, shares the Google Docs, so that just go on to the Google Docs. She'll tell you exactly where she left off.
No, I did.
You guys use like WhatsApp, or is it just through
Wow, WhatsApp.
okay. Messenger?
See, I am horrible with WhatsApp. Very, very horrible, because I get people, hey, I'm in WhatsApp. I sent you a message in WhatsApp. Like, okay, just text me. I got a phone. Just text me. No, we go through WhatsApp. No, just text me. So then I go next month, open WhatsApp, and I have a whole bunch of unread. So I'm like, she didn't text me. So what I use is basically my phone, my Google Calendar. I'm notorious for. When I set up meetings with anybody, I send it to them, the email, or him, and we're all on the same page. I break down my calendar time block, hour by hour, with the agents or with a client. I also send to potential clients. I got this from a co-agent. I got it from his idea. Pre-questionnaires. Pre-buyer questionnaire. It's from a Google form, breaking down, do they know how long they're working, how's your credit, is it good, is it bad, do you know your score, where you work at, how many years, if money saved, yes, no, what type of property. They answer all that, and of course you're not going to answer any of those personal questions about Social Security and stuff like that, but they answer all that, and they at least know what type of where they're at. You go, and what type of client you're dealing with, and then you send them who they need. You send them to this lender or that lender to help them out, and you get a kickback from the lender saying, "Hey, I appreciate that," or a feedback. Not a kickback. That's illegal. Sorry, shit. Said that. It's illegal. No kickbacks. Feedback. Excuse me. I get a feedback from the lender saying, "Appreciate that." It gives them a good idea of who they're working with.
So do you not ask that once you're having a conversation with them? Send that to them before you have your buyer.
When I talk to them on the phone, I get a brief understanding what they're looking for or what the situation is.
Right, okay.
So it's like a real quick summary, and then when they're really interested and say, yeah, I want to do this, okay, now all right, I'm going to send you this form. It's a little more into depth for what you're looking for in a property or price range and stuff like that. And also, but it will help out the lender as well when they call you. And it gives me an idea of when to call them. Morning, nights, evenings, best email, phone, and it gives the lender that information as well. So they contact them that way. And it also goes to my pipeline with their contact information.
Yeah, I actually use that. Shout out to Nelson. He gave me that one.
So
It makes it easier. You know?
I think that I just kind of, because my buyers I'm working with, but I know
Mhm.
it's very informal. So everything's through text. And I text at all hours. 11 o'clock at night, o'clock in the morning. I know I need to get out of that, but
No, we're good. Let's.
You know your clients.
Yeah.
right.
Okay, so mentioned by Jacqueline, she gave you an advice. Since you guys are new, I would recommend to follow with the lender and client. Sometimes the client doesn't answer, the lender calls, and it's always good to follow up so that you don't miss the opportunity. That's from lender movement mortgage Jacqueline. Who else? Let me see. I'm gonna quickly look at any questions. I miss anything? And I missed this question for you. What is the biggest challenge as a new agent to come into the most competitive market in Pennsylvania, Shalini? Did I say it correctly? Yes.
Shalini, yeah.
Shalini, yes.
Hey. Say it again. Sorry.
What is the biggest challenge as a new agent to come into the most competitive market here in Pennsylvania? They already answered.
The biggest challenge in a competitive market. Well, I think the fact that it's competitive and you're new, you don't have that experience, so you're up against 10 other offers. You're learning your way, how to maneuver with new clients that you don't know. I think anything new is a challenge, but I like challenges, so it works out.
Awesome. Now, we touched on what you expected for a brokerage. Do you have any expectations for yourselves for the first years, 3 years? What's your personal goal, personal expectations coming into real estate?
I want a major investment property in every major city.
Nice. Oh, you surprised the shit out of him. See that?
That's
That's shooting high.
Surprised the shit out of you. He cracked his head real quick. You know?
I mean,
short-term rentals.
got
for
you.
me, I mean, I would definitely like to own more investment property. I had in Reading way back. Definitely, I mean, I would like something in Florida, maybe North Carolina. You know what I mean? Landlord-friendly places. You know what I mean? Maybe around here, a couple around here eventually. That's just on the investment.
The investment side, I actually set this goal a while, year and a half, almost 2 years ago. Where it was I wanted 7 doors.
Okay.
Had one, sold it, and we're back at square one, trying to figure it out again. Trying to get feeding the family, and then trying to venture off as I learn a little bit more.
I think as far as even like a new agent, I'm a new homeowner, so I feel like it really took me to purchase my first property to really be able to teach other people. Not saying that you can't be a homeowner and still do real estate, but for me personally, it's like, how am I teaching something that I don't even
I haven't experienced
myself, right? So in order for me to be able to serve investors, I want to be an investor, which I am now. And in order to be serve first-time home buyers, I wanted to be a home buyer so I can relate.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big business, really, being able to relate to other people.
Now let other new agents know the documentation, paperwork.
Oh my gosh.
Tell them the bullshit that we all agents have to go through, and then as new agents, you guys don't really. We have not just one contract. We have multiple contracts from residential. So tell them.
They never signed the waves on the contingencies. I have to read through it all the time.
Well,
I mean, for me, like learning the paperwork, for me was actually kind of different. Just like missing things here and there, putting it on DocuSign, not forgetting to put the little box so that they click.
Right.
That's
the paperwork, right? The documentation.
and
Some
then-
little boxes.
Yeah, and then the fine print when you receive an offer, where all the appliances they want, all the appliances included.
Sure.
Negotiation.
Of course, he quickly looks at me because even me doing this for 13 years, I still screw that up. I still screw one of my deals up.
That was a nice set of laundry and dryer.
That's not my problem no more. again, as experienced agents, I go through those problems as well. You might come in here, you going through them, and then you miss something, or you forget to ask something, or you, damn, it did say that. Forgot. Oops. Gotta mention that because we're running through our daily schedule, and you forgot to mention that. Hey, there's a 3-word sentence in this paragraph that you should have known already. Especially nowadays where we do everything digital. You don't. A lot of people don't sit down and says word for word. This is the contract. Read this one. Not sure about you guys now, but here's just sign here. Just sign here. Or let's go over this. Got any questions? This is just paraphrasing the contract nowadays.
Like the education piece is huge. Like, and God, I've dropped it.
On educating.
Yeah, like all right, like the consumer notice versus going line by line and explaining everything to them. Kind of just like okay, this is basically what it is.
I do that too.
Okay.
I feel like people kind of.
Yes.
Let's be real. Who's really reading every single page of a 14-page agreement of sale? Just click.
Not no more.
Yeah, I think
I usually would do it. Read the contract constantly.
I'm talking about the client.
No, hell no, they don't. They don't get it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like,
They
if you're gonna have
rely
this 2-page
on
thing where
you.
you're like, hey, sign this. They're not gonna read every single thing.
They rely on you. They trust in you.
Correct.
Exactly,
Yeah.
and that's why that trust is important. Know you, trust you, like you.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
That's how you do business with people that know you, like you, and trust you.
She's gonna get a slogan for her shirt.
Right, yeah. Know you, like you, trust you.
Well, I didn't come up with that. It's just that's what I hear in my office. That's what they say.
that's
Like,
a
that's
Tim
what you do.
Ferry quote.
That's what you do business with.
Okay.
Yeah, there's that personal development.
But I think I think we live in a fast-paced society, right? It's like anything else, social media and everything. So it's like when you're dealing with contracts, you're like a lawyer almost. You know what I mean? Like you have to know it. You have to know what you're signing. Obviously, you have to explain it. But like she says, like they just want to sign because everybody's got something. Everybody's got somewhere to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it's like they know they're selling their house or they know they're buying a home. They rely on you for information and truthful and stuff like that. So I think the older days, I wasn't an agent
God,
before, but
stop saying the older days, man.
the more you sit down and dissect the contract, it's like.
Yeah, she called me dinosaur. She got
90s.
not me specifically.
Well, let's piggyback. I have a question.
Go ahead.
So, piggybacking off that, technology, AI. I mean, it's here, and I'm not sure how to deal with it as a new agent. But you can use it to your advantage, obviously. But
You
it's
can't beat them,
huge.
join them.
And if you don't learn this stuff, you're gonna get left behind. So, ChatGPT, obviously, I use it. You know what I mean? I use it a lot.
I use it on my listing.
I even used it for Mother's Day. I'm like,
Oh, yeah. You hear that?
send out,
Oh, wait. You say you use it for what?
write me a quick Mother's Day, quote or whatever.
So your mom and your wife knows now that it wasn't truly you.
It wasn't
Shout out to my mom.
Shout out to Mom.
Yeah, Hallmark's about to be out of business.
But yeah, it's interesting. You know what I mean? And then just AI, and then just keeping up with all the social media stuff.
See-
Facebook just came out with Threads. I'm on Threads, and I don't know if you guys know. It's kind of similar to Twitter, but it's heavy. It's heavy. I think it's the fastest growing platform ever. They got, I think it was like 30 million people joined one day or something.
Shit.
The red.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
I do keep seeing a lot of them.
It took
Threads?
Netflix almost 3 years to get 1 million followers. So it was like, subscribers. But yeah, it's big. I downloaded the app and I'm on there.
See, I embrace the whole technology aspect, and this is what we brought here to the podcast, and podcast, YouTube, all that is big. So this right here, when I brought this together with Nelson, he brought it to my attention and so on. It's for educating. This is why I wanted to do it. Let's talk. This is a big thing. What else? I always was hands-on with technology. Did it get further in advancement than what I can handle over time? Yes, I think it's my age probably. But I was always down for technology. I got a couple questions online for you guys. One, hey Chastity, welcome. In your opinion, what is one advice you would give to new agents you meet?
As you meet,
Yes, new agents that just want to start, or that's just meeting, or they just starting. What advice that you guys got your foot in the door?
Prepare the work. It's like you can't sit back. You know, if you're a new agent getting in this industry, especially now, it's got low inventory. It's tough, right? So you got to go out there and get it.
I would say keep that drive. That is what's gonna just get you through. Gotta keep that energy. Stay a sponge. Keep that mind open. Like, even there's always learning opportunities. Even professionals learn every day. They still practice. So just as a new agent, you just take in every information, every single opportunity you get to learn something new. Go do it.
Piggybacking off of that, find a mentor. Elvin's one of my mentors. Influence. And then, like you said, the drive. How you keep that drive going is finding your why. For me, it's my family. I come home, I was like, Daddy, you been at work all day. What you gonna buy? You know, because we tell them like, you know, we gotta go to work to buy stuff. And so what we gonna buy? So that definitely keeps me, you know, wanting to learn more and keep my foot on the gas. That's what I would say to a new agent. Find a mentor.
We have another question here. Do you guys have a business plan? And if you do, what are the most important things as new agents must have in your business plan?
Setting realistic expectations or goals. You're just starting out. I mean, maybe you're not making 50 calls a day, right? How about you start with 5? You know, and fit that between your schedule. Definitely have to have that in your business plan is the structure, right? That's too vague, but maybe.
I would say it's your time management. As far as a business plan, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really have one. Which is maybe why it's not as successful as it could be. But I am kind of pressed for time just because, you know, I am dual career, but I do what I can. But time management, 100%.
Definitely. I mean, I have a business plan. Following it could be a little bit of a challenge. But, you know, it's just something that I believe you have to look at it to continue to guide you down that path. You know, I definitely fell back on some of my accomplishments there. So something that kind of helps you guide you. Especially now, the tough times. Tough times for some. Everybody has. You know what I mean?
Now, for me, time management always has been my problem since I started, especially with kids, family. Just trying to kind of juggle everybody. So for me, it was always time management. That's why I decided, you know what, I need to break my shit down. Here's family time. Yeah, that was yours. You know,
Looking at me too.
There's family time. I break off. Like example, Sundays. I don't work at all. You cannot catch me. You won't call me. I would not. If you try to call me, he's gonna go straight to voicemail. And Sundays off. I'm off limits. And that's for family time and at home and do a lot of different things. Or you won't catch me before 9, but I am I am working in the background. I was here at 7 to 8 in the morning, and usually I'm
Right, not
doing
to say you're
catching
not
up.
busy, but
I'm just doing answering emails and stuff like that during those times 7 to 9. After 9, if I see Angel call me, then I say, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?" But if it's like if I know a client, he's just coming out of third shift, he's calling me at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna answer because he's sleeping half of the day. So but yeah, the time management is the biggest key.
Time blocking.
And time blocking.
Yeah.
Time blocking. Time management and time blocking. Now, let's see if any more questions online. You see this video, please guys, share this everywhere. Let me see. There's got quite a few people in there.
Just thinking about like the local, like, so you know, on a national level, you hear like state is certain areas is bad, right? Not doing so well. Got Phoenix, Vegas, you know, places in California. But I think Berks County itself, I mean, we were up medium price. The only thing we're dealing with as far as low inventory, but that's everywhere else. I think Lancaster was up too. I mean, it's so hyper, you know, local. It's like very localized. You can't just say the real estate market is bad everywhere, or it's taking a dive.
I follow a couple economists on a macro level. They say, you know, things are
It's down. It's
really nice. Had a property we didn't even think was gonna appraise for what it did. Right? I don't know if you want to
No, I don't care. Come on, man.
But, I think we ran our numbers and it was kind of similar.
I want to hit a sweet spot.
Yeah, like 2099 we listed.
Yeah, 2099. I wanted to hit this. It's not too low or too high. I just wanted that sweet spot because I know there's gonna be offers coming in, but
Single family detached homes right next door, literally sold for exactly what it appraised for.
two completely different houses. So, I'm gonna pick. There's a question here online. I'm gonna actually piggyback off of that as well. Since you guys are new to the game so far, you guys all have transactions already closed, or at least one or two. Any horror stories? Have you come across buyers? I got plenty, man. Hold on for a second, man. Hold on. I had a buyer that we was showing a property in Reading a couple years ago. It was a vacant house, and as soon as we come in, my buyer says Elvin, stay right here. He takes out his gun and says, I hear someone up the steps. He runs up the steps. The guy that was sleeping, what do you call him? He was just sleeping there. Squatter, yes. Runs on the steps, and all that see him is my guy with his little gun pointing at him. And he runs right past me. So I see stuff like that. Now that's during the process of showing homes. Now during deals, there's always fun things happening. How about you guys?
I haven't had anything like that. I mean, it's still new, so maybe 5 years down, I have a story like that. Typical transaction.
Any problems with buyers? If they want to go ahead and buy you have a house, you know, you're buying a house 250. They decide to buy a $75,000 on a car. Anything like that?
I haven't.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Well, actually, I
Not
make
yet.
I make it a point. I'm like, listen, your pre-approval is this much. Do not go make irresponsible choices. I make that very clear, and I try to come from like a real friendly aspect. Like, yes, we're professionals, but I like to really build a relationship with my clients. You know, feel comfortable talking to me about whatever. I'm like, but don't be doing no crazy stuff like that, okay? Because the deal, you're not gonna get this house. So I am very adamant about that.
Horror stories, but it all boils down to having too many people in the room, right? Chiefs. Where it's like,
the
okay,
parents.
you're the lender. Oh, I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. But yeah, you know, you're showing the house. You're the one who has the pre-approval, and then you just have too many people chiming in. Love the house, but everyone else's opinion is like, lost a couple earnest money deposits that way. those were all horror stuff.
I will also say, as far as like a horror story, I think just from a woman standpoint, I think, no, it's very real. There's creepy people out there. And I've had sometimes people write me on social media and like, hey, I want to see this house or whatever. I'm like, okay. If nobody sends you if they are hesitant to send you any information, do not go. Point blank, period. A guy, oh, I want a multi-unit in Reading, Pennsylvania. Okay, what's your full name? What's your email? I might even ask for your ID. If it feels, if I feel uncomfortable in any way, like you have to take these precautions because it's very real.
I know in the beginning I did a lot of, showing houses and things like that, and I would come into Reading. That Reading's bad, but right, it has its pockets just like any other city. I have to care. God forbid something happened. It wasn't the same, but I lost my train of thought.
Sorry,
You
you see it. Somebody just said that she's an agent as well. She put her horror story that she was attacked by wasps.
A wasp?
Wasps. So, but that's what.
But don't go anywhere alone either. Don't go anywhere alone. Or make. Oh, okay. There you go. Boom, came back.
My bad.
Showing houses without a pre-approval.
No.
Right?
Nope.
I did it in the beginning. I'll be honest.
Nope. I don't do that.
Yeah, I like that. See, I'm the same way.
Beginning, I did.
In the same, I go back and forth with my. I used to go back and forth with my brother down in Florida. And me, you don't have a pre-approval. I'm not gonna show you your house.
You don't even know if you can afford the house.
Exactly. I don't, because what she just said, you don't know if you can afford it. So it's kind of like you're gonna go out there. If I had nothing to do and I'm going that way, sure, I'll show you this house. But 99.9% of the time, I would not show a property to a buyer without their pre-approval. I need to know what you're pre-approved for. If you like the house and you're not pre-approved for that amount, guess who you gonna put the finger to? Us as agents. Oh, why you show me this house? When they see it. Nah. I used to do that all the time when I started. I was like, let me just show you. 1 or 2 houses. No problem. And then oh no, I just wanted just to see. But never, and I don't do
An hour
that.
away.
An hour away.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah,
Out
not
early
anymore.
on. We're not gonna be wasting each other's time. I'm gonna drive all the way over here and it's not even for that price. No, thank you.
Got any experience with that? Always right from the beginning. Nah.
I mean, I do ask for the pre-approval. I had a couple that were like, hey, I'd like to see this. And I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to send you over to, and he never went with it. So it's like, okay, so what am I doing? I'll follow up with them. Hey, you still interested? But it's like, if they're not in to meet with a loan officer and go through the process, why even waste your time?
Yeah. Definitely. If they're not going to take the time to go that route, you're going to waste your time on probably not getting proof for the house. At least, there's different opinions and there with different agents, but I'm with you.
Choppers.
I'm with you.
The only person I would show without is if it's somebody that I know is a cash buyer or an avid investor.
I got yelled at. My mother wanted to see a house. I said no. I got yelled at. My mother wanted to see a house at one point in time. I said no, you're not
That's
pre-approved.
Mom. You be sending her chat GPT messages?
I know, right, Ishmael?
God damn. I'll tell you now.
So let's look at that. Man, god damn. So he said, mentioned to my brother, he says, I love this, but I have closed many deals with people with no pre-approval letter who are seasoned buyers with A1 credit. Bro, you're in Florida. I don't want to hear that. Really, man. People who have in Florida has about 400 in the bank account just sitting there. They don't need pre-approvals.
Retire state.
It's retired. See, they don't need nothing down there, man. Come on, cut it out. So losing opportunities. No, we're not. Not here in PA.
we'll talk about losing opportunities. What is your opinion on? Never mind. Go to the next question.
There's no other question. I'm waiting for you, bro. we're down to the final. We're down to the final minute of the show.
Is it already?
Already. Look at that. That
Don't go
206.
don't go on her time already. I mean, she was a half an hour late.
Time management. I told you to do some work. I'm getting
There it
there.
is. See, it came back to me.
Go ahead.
The contract you signed with the buyer.
Fire agency.
Yeah, thank you. Buyer agency agreement. Do you guys get that filled out right away, or do you wait?
Good question.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna let you guys answer that. I have my own personal way. Go, you guys answer
I
it.
don't. Just in case we don't vibe or anything. Like, you can go your way. I can go my way.
I think number one, I think it's important for people to know that you can end the contract at any time if your relationship is not working with that person. That's number one. But number two, I do not. Sometimes it's half and half. Like the first half is like, okay, I already know this person is gonna come with me. Once we submit our first offer, then I'll just send it with that. And then the second half is just if I traveled and it's somebody that was kind of like a referral, like, okay, if you really want to work together, and it kind of depends, like if this is somebody who really knows the MLS or if it's somebody who's open to, like I said, I door knock. You know, I might get you an off-market house, but that means you're responsible to pay me. That's the part that gets.
I'm the same way. I don't have them sign it up front. Put an offer in, and that's constant everything.
Depends on the buyer for me. Ultimately.
For me, I did it in the beginning of my career. Sign everybody. We had my last brokerage we did. They had a board. Yeah, we got a board right here. We got listing. We got buyers. We got premium sales. We got this. We got that. Here's you're getting stickers. Yay! So you look at that and like, I'm doing a good job. If you have 50 buyers, you're not doing a good job. That means you're not showing houses.
You're not closing.
You're not closing the deals.
Right.
So we should just get them. Sign. I sat there. I was like, I had one buyer, a few buyers I did not even like. We didn't mesh well. Transaction was hell. Nope. So I told myself, let me take a step back. No, I will show you a property or two or three, whatever it is. We don't mesh. Now I know you got the pre-approval, but we're not. I'll refer you out to somebody. On the back end, I get paid on that. On the back end, I refer you out to somebody.
Right.
Now I'm gonna show you this property, and once we get under contract, then we're seeing buyer's contract and go from there. And then whatever happens, if you disappear on me, that's different because now this other agent that you're working with trying to get you under contract, they're gonna have to pay me. And this is the reason why. But initially, no. Now I don't ever sign a buyer's contract with anybody. If you don't like me, I don't like you. I'd rather you guys part ways. And if we do have something together and something happens, I will have you refer somebody else.
But now that you say that, like you said, you can step away from the contract anytime. How do you go about? I don't know.
Like if it isn't working out?
Yeah. How do you go about just ending that contract, or is it like, let's say you have it out until 3 months from now?
You communicate that. Like, hey, do you think this relationship is working out? I'm very vocal. I'm very communicative with people. It's like, hey, it's just like, I don't really like you. Like, and I know you don't really like me, or like, or I think you have real unrealistic expectations. So this just ain't. I did get to that point with somebody. She's like, you know what? We had already submitted a couple offers, and again, she was just one of those clients that just had unrealistic expectations. Like, your pre-approval is this much, and you're requesting things in a house for a price of this much. And I think it's important to be able to drive that point home. So we were submitting offers on things that she did kind of like, but again, when they are in that range, everybody's looking in that price range. So you're up against 10 plus offers a lot of the time. So then she was like, I just don't think this is working out. And I was like, you know what, if you want to part ways, that's fine. And then she wrote me the next thing, I wasn't really gonna do it. Okay, like,
Unmotivated.
Right.
Okay.
It's just.
Now, is there a particular document on BAR's website that releases you from that buyer agent contract, or is that anyone know that?
You could give them to be truthful. Send a text message or and something in writing. If you have anything there is in writing, saying, "Listen, we're going to part ways." As long as it's a text message, email, whatever it is. If you want to do verbal, cool, go for it. But usually is in writing. Just part ways. But that
If
means
you really want something, you could just type up something. Hey,
Yep.
we are ending this contract as of this date. DocuSign. Sign. I sign. That's it. Like, want peace of mind.
you know what that happens if that happen for me. It's wasting another 10 minutes of my time. I don't want to waste 10 minutes. So that's why I don't have them sign. So, you guys have any questions? I'm down to the last question that I asked everybody that came in here. I have one question for you guys. He already knows because so I'm gonna save his answer for last because he's gonna cheat because he's been here last two episodes. But I asked everybody here. I know you guys are early in the game, but use your overall life. What's your definition of success?
Financial freedom.
Financial freedom. That's it.
That's how I know I'm
Beautiful.
I became
Like that.
successful.
You?
Mine is family, obviously. You know, my family comes first, so financial freedom comes with that. That's kind of like, you know, I have to like take care. You know, obviously you want to take care of your family and stuff. I like coming home to my family, you know, the kids, you know, and 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, dude, hopefully, you know, I'll be here, you know, and continue on grinding. You know what I mean? So, I do have another job, so you know, hopefully I'll, you know, won't be going to 9 to 5 no more. You know, that's my plan. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Even if I understand that the 9 to 5 is like so basically, you know, you give up that 9 to 5, but you still have a boss. Your clients are your boss. You know what I mean? And maybe you give up 8 hours or whatever, the 8 hours of your job, and you gain 12 hours. You know what I mean? Because it's like, well, you're not working for 8 hours. You're working for yourself now because it's your business. You know what I mean? Now you're putting in more time. But the ceiling, you know, there's no, sky's the limit how far you can go, right? So
Okay.
it's like when you have a 9 to 5, you're capped out. You're plateau at a certain point.
I think the difference when you are in a 9 to 5 is that you're dealing with a different boss on their term. You don't have to take every piece of business that comes with you in real estate.
That's true.
Same way, like, you know, you don't like this buyer. Hey, you know what? Ain't working out. For a listing, it's like, you know what? Just not working out. Is that your?
No, that's a
No,
good
that's
answer.
good.
It's on you, man.
Good answer.
Oh, me? Well, all right. For me, success, the way I see it, is goal setting. Well, not just goal setting, but accomplishing them. Because, not for nothing, like you said, we live in a fast-paced world. I want to see results right away. So for me, it's like setting little goals, and if I complete it, all right, I successfully completed that goal, and you know, now I know I'm growing. For me, it's like accomplishing the little goals, where it's like
And
a 3
celebrating
month, a
the
6
little
month.
goals.
Yes. The other day, I had a little cocktail in my house.
Yeah, right.
I heard that too. It's important to celebrate.
Yeah. Honestly, even like not for nothing with my buyers, like as soon as when they actually submit all the paperwork to the lender, I'm like, yes, you know, I make a big deal out of the little things because so many people drop the ball at that point.
Yes.
They're
Yes, I agree.
all celebratory. Every
Oh.
single part. Up to settlement day.
Every step. See here, any more questions? Nope. All right. Again, guys, appreciate it. Share. Well, thank you for showing up here on Facebook, YouTube. Share this page. You guys, I appreciate you guys showing up. Taking an hour and a half of your day. Hour and a half already? Yeah, hour and a half. Sorry, it's supposed to be an hour. But do appreciate you guys showing up. It was not at her, man. Stop looking at her. But you do appreciate it, guys. Again, thank you all on Facebook. Share this throughout the week. Next week, we are having an artist come in here. See if we could intertwine art and the real estate world together. I'm looking forward to that one. And thank you guys. You have a great weekend and appreciate it.